the way, there's some news you might find encouraging.
Well, what's that?
The mayor's calling a press conference to announce the new police commissioner. Rumor has it it's Max Scorpio.
Is it so? I'm glad, even if you're not.
Basically, you were right. That's why I changed my mind and took the job. But if it doesn't work out...
You can blame me, Bubba. I'll tell you, Robert's probably out there in the ether, drunk as a wombat, grinning his irritating Australian head off. You Scorpios have a way of ending up in the middle of it, don't you?
I can't believe I'm on this side of the law. You owe me big time.
Listen, my friend, you get to work and help me clear Laura, and I'll owe you the rest of my worthless life.
Come in.
Getting your bearings?
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
Well, if you're gonna do it right, you're gonna need these. They asked me to give them to you.
What, no ceremony?
Afraid not, Commissioner. They're hoping you care more about the job than the hype that goes with it.
Do you have a problem with this?
Working for you? Absolutely not.
You didn't want it for yourself?
Are you kidding? Look, even if they were promoting from within, I'm nowhere near senior enough to be eligible.
You didn't answer my question.
No, Mac, I don't want to be commissioner. In fact, I admire you for taking the job. You might have a tough time of it.
The department's pretty messed up, huh?
Yeah. Your predecessor was a very bad cop. He did a lot of damage.
Well, I'll try and undo it. Do you really think I need this stuff?
Absolutely. Hey, if you're gonna do this right, you're gonna have to go all the way. You're gonna have to be a cop.
Well, all right, now that it's official, tell me everything about the case against Laura Spencer.
It's all there, including a list of suspects and a copy of my notes. For all the good it'll do you.
Do you really think Laura killed Damian Smith?
It was enough to convince the grand jury?
Well, I'm not convinced. The Damian Smith investigation is officially reopened.
You really like to start things off with a bang, don't you?
I happen to think you arrested the wrong person, overlooking many other viable suspects. What about Sonny Corinthos?
What about him? He was out of the country.
You could have hired a hitman.
A professional would have been a lot cleaner than what happened at Ward House. Look, if Sonny had taken Damian out, he would have disappeared, just like Phil Cusack.
Well, maybe Sonny needed a body to get the feds off his back.
Afraid not, Commissioner. Look, between you and me, whoever made Sonny's troubles go away made him go far, far away. We had nothing on him, and neither did the feds. He knew that. All he had to do was stand aside and watch Damian go down. That's why I dropped him as a suspect. He didn't have a motive. Laura Spencer did.
So did a lot of other people.
None of whom left their fingerprints on their murder weapon.
So because the murderer was smart enough to wear gloves, you're gonna lock up an innocent woman? Garcia, I want you to go back over all your notes and follow up any lead you might not have pursued.
I pursued them all.
You sure? There wasn't some clue that didn't fit, some evidence that you forgot to include?
Nothing. Look, Mac, I wasn't out to get Laura Spencer. Man, do you think I enjoyed arresting a mother of two? That it was fun dragging her down here and locking her up? I did what I had to do. I did my job.
I know you did, Garcia. And I want you to keep doing it, all right? Listen, this case it's reopened. So either bring me another murderer or some proof to convince me that Laura murdered Damian.
One of you nitwits played bridge, I wouldn't have to play this lousy solitaire.
This is the rec room. You get 3 hours free time each day while you're waiting for your trial to come up on calendar. Enjoy yourself.
Wait.
Commissioner? Detective?
Mr. Spencer. I'll get started.
Yeah, you do that. Tell me, I didn't just hear you say you want my wife convicted.
I want to catch Damian's killer. I don't think it's Laura. That's why I reopened the case.
You leaving Garcia in charge?
It's his case.
Yeah, look how he solved it, trumping up evidence.
And none of the evidence was manufactured, Luke. And it wasn't Garcia's idea to go for murder, too. That was the DA's choice.
So you're saying the cops are innocent in all this?
The cops are doing their job, the way I'm trying to do mine. Luke, I know you were afraid for Laura, but don't tell me how to run this department. I put Garcia on the case. I'm going to be on him every step of the way. If you'd like to hurry things along, just bring me a suspect.
Count on it, Mac.
Yeah. All right, tell her I'll be right there. Felicia's here. I have to introduce her to the PCPD computer expert. Let me introduce him, and I'll be right back.
All right.
Mac, I got the questions for... Luke?
Tom?
Seen our commissioner anywhere?
Yeah, he just, went to introduce Felicia to a computer expert, I think. He said he'd be right back.
Oh. Well, tell him I left him a rough draft of the questionnaire for him to look over, if you will.
Sure. Tom,
Yes.
you consulted with the cops about the initial suspect list, right?
Yes, I did.
Who was it you thought would be capable of murder?
You, Commissioner Mack, and Sonny Corinthos.
No one else?
Well, everybody else, but they'd have a harder time with it. Be more likely to confess.
Well, then why hasn't someone confessed? Who is it that's sitting back playing God, watching an innocent woman get railroaded?
Well, you may just have hit the nail on the head. Whoever the killer is feeling empowered, pulling strings, manipulating fate. And they may even feel they have the right to play God.
Well, they've made a terrible mistake. Because I'm going to make sure they pay for it.
You got any money?
Oh, I got some.
Watch your step, wreck girl.
I'm sorry.
How sorry? Are you gonna make it up to me?
I don't know.
You don't know? You violate my space, trip over me, and annoy me with that whining voice. You do all this without even considering how you'll make it up to me. That's the problem with you, Jude. You don't think ahead.
I'm sure she will next time. You okay? Fine. Thanks.
You might want to think twice about sticking your nose into something that doesn't concern you.
I already did. And I'm here.
Oh, such a big mistake. And only your first day.
Right, excuse us, okay? I'm Laura Spencer.
Jude. Parsons. I appreciate what you did, but you're gonna wish you hadn't. You just made yourself a whole lot of trouble. Beatty pretty much runs this place. She's a transfer from Statesville Prison in Pennsylvania, waiting for trial.
In Port Charles?
She and her boyfriend went on a tri-state rampage. The cops finally caught them in an abandoned church, and they shot him to death. Beatty's already been convicted in Pennsylvania, and I'm sure she'll be found guilty here, too.
Oh, God.
She's gonna spend the rest of her life in prison, unless she can escape.
What about you?
I'm innocent. And anyway, I wasn't charged with a violent crime. Oh, my lawyer says that we've got a really good chance to overturn the conviction at this hearing. I hope she's right. It's almost a year since I was locked up, and it's been really hard on my kids. You got them too?
A boy and a girl. My girl is too young to understand what's going on, but my son is having a really difficult time with it. With any luck at all, I'll be home with them soon. I'm innocent, too.
Like that matters? Anyway, while you're in here, be careful. You can't trust anyone.
Laura Spencer, Jude Parsons. Parsons, your lawyer's here. A guard will take you upstairs in a minute. Spencer, come with me. You have to be reprinted.
Those are classified.
So arrest me.
Well, I would. But I don't like the thought of your children dealing with both parents in jail. Why did you want to see me?
If I'm going to prove Laura's innocent, I need information. Like a list of suspects.
And?
And I need to see the interrogation tapes.
What interrogation tapes?
Oh, come on, Bubba. You and I both know there's a surveillance camera in that interrogation room.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And those tapes you mentioned? The ones that are on the shelf behind you? They're for police use only. You can't look at those any more than you can look at the files on my desk. So, if I were you, I'd lock the door. Well, that was quick.
What can I say? The man's a genius.
Well, that's good. The more competent my people look, the better I am.
This is impossible. Impossible.
You say something about competence?
What's wrong?
It's a computer. It's impossible. It's overcomplicated. It's unworkable. I had all the jury questions right here, and now I
Can't find them.
Let me try.
Wait a minute. One session with the computer whiz and suddenly you're an expert?
Yeah, it's amazing how that happens.
Okay, do it yourself.
wait.
Please, don't make me beg. Don't want to look bad in front of the guys trying to build a reputation here.
Get out of my way.
Laura, give me a minute, will you?
Certainly, Commissioner.
Is there anything you need?
How about a real suspect?
We're working on it. The case has been reopened, but that doesn't help your immediate situation. How are the guards treating you?
They're fine. It's just that this whole experience is...
I've been in prison before myself. But keep the faith. We'll get you out. Matron?
Look at the bunny rabbit. Such pretty hair, such pretty ears. Hippity-hopping back from her visit upstairs.
Hi.
So, Bunny, how was your chat with the new police commissioner? I haven't seen him yet, but they tell me he's a real hunk.
Is there a point to this?
As a matter of fact, there is. See?